What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another live stream. Today is March 10th, 2021. Let me go ahead and post up. Let everybody know that I am live streaming now. Give me a few minutes. I need my link. What's going on, YK? Everything is beautiful, man. It is a lovely day down in South Florida. Why can't I find my link? Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm the first one to like my own video. How y'all let me beat you to it? Live. Hold on, guys. Got to create the post and all that, you know. Oh no, I just erased it. Here we go. Let's save this. Boom, post it up. What other page am I posting it on? Over here. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? It's a lovely day. Bitcoin up to 57,000. That's crazy, right? Remember last week? Last week we weren't even at 50,000. We were under 50. We're like $10,000 less last week, I think. All right, I posted it on my pages. Let me post it on Twitter. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, make sure to do so. It's Bitcoin, the letter X, and then daily. Where's the red button? Here it is. Boom, going live. Let's see who's in here. Who's in the chat? Make sure to say what's up in the chat so I can see your name. We got Oka Swiss from Nigeria. What's going on, my brother? We got YK. Cold and rainy. Where are you, YK? Julian. How's the weather? The weather has been actually pretty nice the last few days because it hasn't been super hot. So it's been pretty cool. Today's a little bit rainy. It's cloudy today, but it's 75 degrees. I have so I play in a kickball league. I have kickball at 7 o'clock today. It should be 72 and cloudy. So not too bad, not too bad. Let me post this in my other link. Hold on. In my other group. There it is. Make sure to, I don't know if I told, yeah, I told you guys already to follow me on Twitter. Why did this not post the link? Hold on. This thing is tripping out. Copy link. There we go. Can you guys see? You guys can hear me fine. You guys can see my screen fine. Alright, so I posted it on there. Let me make sure to post it on. Alright, it's already on my Discord. Oh wait, that's not. Did I put it on my Discord? Let me make sure. Going live. All right, there we go. Now it's up on the Discord. All right, so let's see who we got in here. Viper, what's going on, Viper? What's up, Leo? Life is beautiful, man. How's life treating you? How you doing, Lauren? Awesome to see you in here again. YK, you're out in England. Oh, that's cold out there, huh? What's up, Irma? How you living life? Oh, okay. You're in South Africa? That's crazy. Leonidas from my VIP group. Shout out. What's going on, my brother? Out in South Africa. What's up, Robert? New subscriber. Learned a lot from you already. Awesome, man. I'm so happy that that I've been able to provide you with some valuable content. That's the whole goal, man. What's going on, Samir? Man, it's hard you can't really predict dips, man. You know, right now you just gotta go with the price. Right now, price is going up, so as long as it's going up, you gotta keep playing the price. You can't try to predict the dip. If you keep waiting for a dip, it might not happen, you know? And it might happen, but who knows how long before like a big dip. Yesterday we saw last night overnight, we went up to basically 56,000 and then we dipped all the way down to 53 before bouncing back up. So that would have been really the dip right there to buy. But yeah, there's been a lot of opportunities to enter, especially this dip right here. This was a huge dip, man. This is where you had to buy. Now it's too late now. Now we're all the way back at all-time highs. You got to buy on the dips, not when the price starts going up. People do the opposite. People sell on dips because they panic, and then they buy as the price goes up because they FOMO. So you're doing it backwards. What's up, Gamer Royale? What's going on? Med-I? Am I saying that right? I'm not even sure. Year. Is that what you said? What's up, D Phantom? Noah from Vancouver. How's Vancouver? What's the weather look like over there? Is it like super cold, freezing cold, snow? Do you snowboard and ski out there? I haven't gone. Well, I went snowboarding last year, but I haven't skied in like 10 years. Rin, hola, ¿cómo estás? Anil, what's up from Victoria, Canada? Wow, so you guys are up there. Oscar, what's up, Jay? Learning so much. I'm so glad, man. I am so happy that you guys are learning. That is the whole point of the channel, right? I wanna put that education out there for you guys. Took me years to accumulate all this stuff that's in my brain right now, you know? Are you watching the auction today? What auction? Apparently not, because I'm not even sure what auction you're talking about. Gamer Royale from Turkey. What's going on? From Africa. Eastwood Investments from Africa. That's awesome, dude. Namibia? Did I say that right? I'm not sure. What's up from New York? Awesome. We're in New York. Whoops. Yep, Bitcoin's up 5.5% in 24 hours. Crazy. Let's look at the coin market cap here. Yeah, 24 hours, we're up about 5%. You can see that we're up over $1 trillion in market cap again. Mark Smith, what's going on, my brother? TABTC Master. Samir, it's tough to say, man. You gotta if you don't have exposure right now, you gotta DCA, dollar cost average. That's the only thing I can really tell you. Oko Swiss, I already said what's up to you, my brother. Dylan Taylor, any chance to look at Algo? Yeah, once I start taking requests in the chat, I'll start looking at different altcoins. Let me see. Price predictions for Ethereum. I'm gonna go over Ethereum in a few. Mrs. Mobley, 85. What's going on? Appreciate you joining. Clyde Smith, South African in Alberta. What's going on, Clyde? Noah, no snow in town. That's a good thing, I guess, right? I imagine that when you live where it snows all the time, like, you don't want to see snow. Robert, so Robert, it depends. You say you bought on a dip but set a stop loss and triggered a couple days ago. Can you talk about strategies for setting stop losses? So it depends, if are you trading or buying for long term, or are you buying for short term? That's what it really comes down to. If you're buying for longer term, then your stop loss should definitely not be tight. You need a rather pretty loose stop loss. In this scenario where we have a reversal here on the chart, you definitely don't want to be using any stops at that point for long-term positions, because this is a reversal pattern here. So this was going up. We spoke about this last week, and I've put in the videos like the last week or two, something like that. So yeah, so these are reversal patterns. So that means the price is reversing back to the upside. So for long-term positions, you don't really want to be using tight stops. For short-term positions, that's a whole different story. You definitely want to be using stop losses. Shout out from Dubai, Ricardo. What's going on, man? Dubai, I gotta get myself out to Dubai. That's definitely somewhere that I've been wanting to go. That's one of my dream trips. Hopefully sometime soon. I'm waiting for all this virus stuff to finally go away. Hello from Poland. Thank you for tuning in from Poland. I cannot say your name. If I try, I don't even know what I'm gonna say. I'll try to say the last one. Kotlowski. Piotr Kotlowski. I don't know. Hopefully I said it right. Chirag. For short term, there's a lot of variables that go into it. I don't know what type of trading you're doing for short term. Are you trading with leverage? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's not enough information for me to really give you an answer. Yeah, I've never heard of HODL coin, finance coin. Um, Alex Rodriguez, I am in the I am in South Florida right now. Currently in South Florida. Leo, you're in Dallas. Awesome. I'm not currently doing any one-on-ones. I do have like a so my goal for this year before the end of the year is to get some sort of class, live trading classes set up where I take on like maybe 5 to 10 students at a time, and do basically a live sessions, live weekly sessions for like a full month, something like that. So I'm trying to figure out the logistics and all of that on that and trying to set that up. So that's something that I'm currently working on. I just have so many projects right now that I haven't been able to put my complete focus and time into getting, basically, writing out all the details for it. So until I get all the details down, I won't be doing it, but it's definitely in the works right now. It's in the plans for the future. So hopefully around, maybe the summer or second half of this year. Maybe for the second quarter, I could try to get it done. So then I could, by the summer or somewhat, I could start doing that. Because that's definitely something I want to do. Auctions for the bonds? Nah, I'm not watching any auctions, man. From South Africa, Ola, welcome. John Prado, appreciate it, John. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Seem. I appreciate those kind words. You guys are far too kind. Samir, I would say dollar cost average, man. I have a video up on dollar cost averaging. That is what I would suggest. I actually did a video recently on nope, that's not what I want. This is the store I'm working on right now, guys. This is one of the projects I'm doing right now, where I'm selling my t-shirts. I haven't posted this yet, so you guys are the first ones to actually see this, because I'm not done with it yet. So I'm still working on it. But if you guys are interested in any type of t-shirts, you can go to bitcoindaily.store, and that's the website here. I haven't posted it yet, but sometime soon. Where's my I'm trying to find my YouTube. Here we go. So I did a video on right here. Should I buy Bitcoin now? Samir, I recommend you to watch this video. You're gonna find I answer the questions that you're asking right now. Oh, Vancouver and Victoria never get snow? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I figured, everywhere in Canada got snow. Steve, newbie just trying to learn. That's what this channel's all about, my brother. Group Summit in Dubai in 2022. That might be a good idea. You got a 6-house villa? Oh, a 6-room villa. I was like, how's a 6-house villa work? Man, if I go to Dubai, I want to stay in those big buildings though. Those buildings are sick. In that downtown area. How much would that cost to like go out there for like a week and rent like a badass apartment, like a badass condo or Airbnb, like in one of those big buildings? Kelvin King from Nigeria. What's going on, King? All right, Leo, I'll definitely be putting it out once I get that down. What's up, Daniel? what will happen after reaching all-time high? So, I mean, many scenarios could play out, right? But I'm very bullish here. If we see a double top here, we're going to see one of two things that will probably happen. One is there will probably be people selling. Of course, there's always people selling. So we could get a big rejection down, sort of like this candle here last night. So you see this candle was about 2.5% red candle, but like from the top to the bottom, it was a lot more than that, right? So we could see a big rejection down like this, where maybe we'll go up to that 58.5 or somewhere near it, and then get rejected back down, maybe to like 26K or something. So you know, it could be something like this, where we go back and then it gets rejected down here, and then we test it again, or right, we could just blow right through there. So one of those two is gonna happen. Now, which one? Who knows? We could also get consolidation, kind of like this. You see how this move right here? Look at this move right here. You see how we had a bull flag there, and then look at this pattern here. Boom, kind of a bull flag again, right? Another bull flag there. So we can see something like that. I would expect to see consolidation, maybe within this, right, like right under 58K basically, before testing that all-time high. Then once we test the all-time high, you know, we're either gonna explode past it to at least 60K, or we're gonna get rejected, you know, back down, something like this yesterday, and then consolidate a bit before continuing up. If you look at the RSI right now in Bitcoin, we're currently getting back to that overbought territory. So you always got to keep an eye on that, because every time that we have been overbought like this, we've seen a big drop, right? So you have to start being careful once you start seeing this overbought. Because look at all the every time Bitcoin has been overbought on the 4-hour channel, you know, we've seen a rejection after that, right? So we're overbought there. We were overbought here. Let's see what that looked like when we were overbought. We saw another rejection down. Where else? This one was a very small, like, we did see a pullback there though. Look at that. When we got overbought, we saw another pullback there. Over here, we were overbought. Let's see what happened there. That's when we had that big pullback there, right? So when we got that overbought signal, look at this. That's when we had the huge pullback in January, right? When we were overbought over here, we had that pullback right there. When we're overbought over here, we had a pullback there. So we're getting back into this level, right? So you have to start being a little bit more careful. You know, we told you guys when we were down here, when we were oversold, that was a time to buy, right? So when you see this RSI in oversold territory, that's for long-term positions. This is where you always want to enter. That right there, this is oversold. That's the perfect time to enter any long-term positions. So at the time we were oversold, look at where we were. We were here, right? Even though we printed lower lows after that, this is when we saw higher lows on the RSI. So this created a bullish divergence, which is a reversal signal. At the same time as that was happening, right? That's when we also had, that I told you guys, this pattern right here. That's when I pointed this pattern out to you guys. That is a falling wedge, which is another reversal pattern. It's a reversal signal. So that's two different reversal signals there. That's the time that you wanted to be buying for any long-term positions. At this point, we're on our way back up, right? So so now we're getting back to this bot territory. So you have to start being careful. We still have room because we're on the edge of it. So we're not, we're like barely over bot right now. So we still got room to go. But once you start pushing like that 80, so that, you know, higher 70s and 80s, that's when Bitcoin has always, you know, on the 4-hour chart has reversed, right? And has gone back down and gone back into neutral territory. So we're still, I would say that we're going to see some consolidation here probably. If we consolidate here under 58, if we just kind of consolidate a bit here, we could see this, you know, get a bit lowered, right? So and go maybe back into like around this 50, the 60 area, right? So we could see this get into the 60 area if we were to consolidate here a bit. And that would mean that we have, we can continue on this ride up to new all-time highs. But if we just continue shooting in the next 24 hours, continue shooting up, what's going to happen is this over bot signal is going to also go up. And once it starts hitting those 80s, that's when it's starting to get into the more extreme conditions. When every time that's happened, that's when there's been some sort of pullback. So that's kind of what we're watching right now. We're still more or less, you know, it's not too bad. We're right on the edge of it. But yeah, you just got to be careful. We have to see what happens in the next, you know, for the rest of the day, basically. And that'll kind of give us a better idea of what could be next to come. So that's currently where we're at right now. Basically today we had like this bull flag here. We saw, and this is a breakout out of that bull flag. So what we want to see is basically another consolidation here, another bull flag, so that this can go down a bit, and then to possibly see a continuation back to the upside. All right, let me catch up with some of you guys here. Let me see. I know I did a lot of talking there. Ayame, what's going on, Ayame? Pretty cool. It is pretty cool, isn't it? Dollar cost averaging. You want to go with leverage? Then you're talking a whole different ball game. That's something completely different. So I've spoken a lot about market orders and limit orders. Again, it depends what you're trying to do. Depends what type of, are you doing day trades? Are you doing, you know, short-term trades? If you're doing short-term trades and day trades and you're setting up like stop entries, so for example, a stop entry or stop loss, anything like that, you need to use market orders. If you're taking profits, then you could do that with limit orders, because market orders, they charge you a higher fee than limit orders. So if you're the market maker or something like that, I forgot what it's called, which is a limit order, then you're either you pay no fee, sometimes they pay you a fee, or you pay a smaller fee. It depends on the exchange. If you're just doing a market order, then you have to pay a fee usually, but it guarantees that you're going to get filled at the best price possible at the time. So for stop entries, for example, which is what I do, I like to do a lot of breakout entries. I always use a market order because I want the guarantee, and I will pay for the guarantee that my order is going to get filled. The same thing, if not, the same thing with a stop loss. I want the guarantee that my order is going to get filled, and I will pay that extra fee to make sure that my order is getting filled. Because the thing is, in the long run, and this is not in one or two trades, I'm talking about when you start making hundreds of trades or thousands of trades, the longer and longer and longer that you do it, in the long run, trying to save that small percentage of the fee is going to cost you a lot more money than just paying the fee up front, right? So, I think in those terms, I'm always thinking of terms of, the law of large numbers versus just a few trades, right? Burj Khalifa. What? Buildings above the clouds. Yes, that's exactly what I want. I want to be in a building above the clouds. 300 or 500 a day. Okay, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. I'm actually going to Mexico, and that's pretty much what I'm paying at the marina. Okay. For 3 months. Yeah, that's wild. I wouldn't sell at 60K, Reed. Daniel, there's no way to know how high it's gonna get in overbought territory before it corrects. It's impossible to have that answer. All you could do is look at what happened where it happened previously, and you could see most of them were once it went over 75, um, and we're not there yet. So I would say once it goes over 75, then is when you can start, thinking about possibly setting tighter stop losses, possibly taking profits, and stuff like that. Um, because there's no way to predict that. There's just, what do you mean how to add to your positions? You would be wanting to enter at support levels. So, for example, if you're looking at this chart, you can look for places where there was a lot of price action and there was consolidation before, right? So this is an area that pops out just off the bat. Like I look at this chart and the first thing that pops out is that area right there, right? So you start looking at the top and bottom of this area, and if you look at it, you see that this top area is 55,000. So automatically, 55,000 is a good spot to enter. And you start looking towards the bottom of the area, you'll see it's around 53,000. So 53,000, it seems like another good spot to enter. If you go lower, you want to always look at the past. So you see this here was a rejection, and then we had trouble at that level again. So you look at that level, that's 52K. So that's another support. And that's basically how you find those levels. And then you just, those would be the levels where it would be good to add to your position as the price goes down and as it consolidates. So if there's any consolidation going down, which happens all the time like that, then 55K is kind of probably where you want to add the first time around, right? Read it all again. It all depends what you're trying to do. Are you trading short term? Are you trading long term? There's a lot of variables that go into that. It depends what your plan is, what your personal plan is. What's your risk tolerance. There's a lot of variables that go into it. So it's not really a straightforward question that I can answer like that. Nah, I don't know Crypto. I do not know him. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a collab with him. Where, he could be the one that's screaming, and then I feel like I'm a lot more calm than he is. He's always screaming at people. Anytime I've watched any of his videos, he was just screaming at me, and I was just like, "Yo, why is this guy screaming at me, yo? Like, what the, you know?" So yeah. Leo, it depends what you're buying for. If you're looking to buy for long term, I suggest dollar cost averaging. Research that, or watch this video right here. I did a video answering that exact question. Should I buy Bitcoin now? So if that's what you're asking yourself right now at this moment, I suggest you watch that video. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I had no idea what that is. I've never been to Dubai, so I have zero knowledge on it other than what I've seen in like Fast and the Furious and Instagram. So I have no knowledge on Dubai. Leo, I don't think the desktop really matters for trading. It's not a big deal. I have a overkill setup where I spent like maybe $5,000-6,000 on it. I have like top of the line graphics card, and I have like 6 fans in there. I have like I have 3 screens. You can't see them, but I have 3 screens, including a big like a ultra wide screen in the center, and then I have 2 screens on the sides. So I have an overkill setup, and I mostly still trade on my phone. So I don't think the computer, you could trade anywhere. I was trade before this. I was trading on a laptop, on a MacBook laptop. So it doesn't really matter. Focus more on the skills of trading versus your setup. Just trade with what you got now. Use what you got now, or what you could afford for now, and it's not gonna make you a better trader. Consolidation means when the price is basically just kind of moves like this without really going up and down. So consolidation would be like this right here. It's already circled actually, but this right here, that's consolidation. So price is just kind of moving like this, right? So a lot of times you'll see moves like this, and then this right here, that little part right there, that's called consolidation, where there's both sellers and buyers, and there's no real direction. It's just kind of consolidating a bit. And then the price could consolidate upwards. So it could consolidate to the upside, or it could also consolidate to the downside like this. So that's what consolidation means. Bumping up above 10x. I'm getting spam calls here. Yeah, the up above 10x is just a lot riskier. It's usually more, professional traders and stuff like that, or institutional traders, or people that have very, very large accounts that will do things above 10x, because if they're either, they have stop losses before they can ever get liquidated, so the liquidation doesn't matter, or if the price falls, they're okay with dollar cost averaging down, and they could just continue to do it over and over, which just continues pushing that liquidation price lower and lower until they have a really good average entry, and then when the price recovers and goes back up, then they make more profits. So but definitely, you have to really know what you're doing. You can't, because it's all situational, the different strategies that you can use. And most people, especially new people, don't have the discipline to be able to pull it off. Usually the discipline or the capital to be able to pull it off. So that's why I don't ever recommend anyone going above 10x unless you've been doing this for years and you've consistently been a winning trader and profitable. Then you can use those tools and use that leverage. But when you're starting out, or when you're a beginner, or even I've been trading for a pretty long time, and the majority of my trades are at 10x. Sometimes I go lower, sometimes I go higher. It just depends. There's so many variables. But yeah, 10x seems to be the sweet spot, especially when you're first starting out trading. Even if you're a profitable trader already, you should have the majority of your trades in that range. You don't make the same amount of profits because you're leveraging more money, right? So if you want to trade, if you have $1,000 and you use 10x, you're basically, now you have access to $10,000. So it's the same thing. If you have $1,000 and you use 25x, now you have access to $25,000. So you'll be trading like if you had $25,000, and your profits and losses that's what it's going to show you, right? And you basically, you get liquidated when your $1,000, which is your collateral, is out of it, right? So when you've lost $1,000 on the trade, you get liquidated. Daniel, yes, I get that a lot. I look like Conor McGregor. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate you being in here, man. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Don't forget. How often do I withdraw funds from crypto into bank account? Not very often, because I don't see this as much. Remember, this is what I invest is part of my investment portfolio. So it's not money that I use or need on a day to day. This is not money that I need for bills. This is not money that I need for for anything, right? So I don't cash out my money into the bank. If I sell anything, I keep that cash. I keep that in fiat, and wait for either re-entry, or I'll put it in other coins, or I'll invest it somewhere else. In the stock, I invest in the stock market as well. So I have money in the stock market invested. I have money invested in crypto. I have money invested in real estate. I have money invested in my other businesses. So I have money invested in a lot of different places. And then I use the profits from those businesses, from my other businesses, to pay my bills on a day-to-day and to live life, day-to-day. I don't use profits from my portfolio to pay bills. You know what I mean? Gorbs, where do you buy your altcoins? You can buy them on Binance. You can buy them on crypto.com. Coinbase, anything like that. It depends what country you are as well. Marcos 305 in the house. What's going on, my brother? What's up, Louis San? What is going on, my brother? Nice to see you in here. ADA, I love ADA. I love Chainlink as well. We're gonna look at both of those. Let me go ahead and let's start taking a look at these alts. So I already covered Bitcoin, right? I think I answered all your questions on Bitcoin. Next is to look at Ethereum really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it because Ethereum is basically the same thing as Bitcoin. And we're going to talk about it on Friday. So I don't want to spend too much time on these. I'm looking at what altcoins were requested on Instagram. Hold on one sec. Have an update I gotta do here. Get out of my way. All right. So I'm pulling up what I asked you guys earlier on Instagram. And I'm gonna pick the top 5 coins that were requested here, like I usually do. And those are the ones that we're gonna cover. Then I'll let you guys request some altcoins in the chat as well. All right, so the first one that always gets requested the most, of course, is ADA. So we're gonna look at Cardano. So let me write in the notes. Hold on. All right, so ADA. What else? We're gonna look at Cardano. We're going to look at, let me see what else was requested a lot here. I see a lot of DOT. ADA. What we have the most of is ADA. There's DOT, Litecoin, Link, AAV. Okay, so I'm gonna put Litecoin, Polkadot, and I'm gonna do AAV. All right, so I usually do 5. I'm gonna do 6 to try to fit these all in. All right. Whoops. So yeah, so you can see here in Ethereum, basically a lot of the same. We have the big move up, impulse move up, and we're forming basically a flag here. So consolidation after an impulse move up. And I expect to see a continuation to the upside to retest this previous high. You can see here that we were oversold. Remember how we just spoke about being in oversold territory, which then when this pullback happened, let me get rid of all this drawing. When this pullback happened here, it kind of reset the RSI there. So now we're back in neutral territory and climbing back up. So this is basically a bull flag here. We see the consolidation, and I expect a continuation to the upside at some point soon. So let's take a look here at ADA. So we spoke about ADA last week. And remember I told you guys this was the pattern that was going on right now. And a breakout to the upside, this would have been my target. But we had a dump down to the bottom instead. Let me delete these. Get these out the way. This is no longer a target there. So right now what we've been seeing here is just a bunch of consolidation. Just, you know, we've just been consolidating here for a while now. As you guys can see, we were oversold territory. What happened in oversold? Boom. We went back down. Oversold. We consolidated down, right? When we were oversold there. So you see this. Consolidation down. We were oversold again here. We consolidated down. So it's happened plenty of times, right? Right now, this consolidation, this dump and consolidation. I expect to move back to the upside though, with Cardano. There's a lot of things going on with Cardano right now. So I definitely expect a move up at some point soon. Here, the entries here, if you're looking for entries in Cardano, would be right at the support. Look how much support there is there. This is 110 is literally holding the price up, right? So there's a ton of support there. So 110 is the first entry if you're looking for an entry there, and the second entry is at $1. So those are the two entries, and you could enter anywhere in between there as well. If it does not go down, then the entry that you want to look for is probably going to be above 120. Now the issue is there's been a lot of fake outs, right? So you have to be careful for a fake out. So you could make sure to use a stop if you're trading short term. If you're looking for long-term entries, you could dollar cost average in and try to find entries at that 110 to $1 range. All right. I'm catching up on the chat. What broker do I use for what? For stocks or for crypto? By the end of June, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say exact times and exact prices. But I definitely think that Ethereum is very bullish right now. And it has an update coming in the summer it's set for June, or I'm sorry, it's set for July, August. So from where it currently is, I think we still have opportunity to possibly double and hit that 3,000 to the 4,000 range. On the way up to that the update. So that's something that I'm watching for. What do you mean, which RSI chart? It's just a RSI, you know. It's the standard one. It's 70. I use 70 and 30. I'm gonna talk about Link in a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna cover BNB as well. All right, so remember guys, I'm going through my list of the most coins requested on Instagram. So these are from Instagram. So the next coin that was the most. Can you guys see me? Let me know when you guys can see me and hear me. I think it's back. Wow, my okay, back on. Okay, awesome. Dude, what a fail. My internet just like crapped out. So we dropped from 100 viewers down to 30 viewers, or to 40 viewers. That's a bad one. Portrait, yes, I use Bybit as my main broker. And yes, I use leverage. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. All right. Jack Sparrow, you can see me. Tammy, Okay. Gorbs. Um, that all depends, man. It's I can't answer that because it's gonna be a different answer for every single person. There's no one answer to that question. Everybody's gonna be different. Depends on so many things, right? So that's why it's hard to answer such a question. Um, with that said, I am invested in index funds. I am invested in stock market. My biggest investment is Bitcoin. My second biggest investment is probably Ethereum. And altcoins, I don't play a lot of altcoins. I just throw some money on a few projects. But I do have money in altcoins as well. Portrait, I usually use 10x leverage. Nah, Julian, I got disconnected, man. Um, HODL, HODL, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're holding long term, like yeah, you can take profits if you like, and if you take profits and there's a dip, you can enter at a lower price. But that's up to you. Like for me, I have a long term position that I don't touch. So I have about 80% of my portfolio is in long term positions that I do not touch at the moment because I'm very bullish for the prices. So I have, I'm not selling and then trying to buy back at lower prices. Um, I said it the other day, like trying to sell Bitcoin, you know, trying to sell Bitcoin to get in at a lower price is kind of the same as jumping off of a moving train and trying to outrun it to the next stop. You know what I mean? So I would say don't get cute. If you're bullish on Bitcoin long term, just leave it. Don't touch it. Um, if you do want to try to get more Satoshis and more Bitcoin, then that's when day trading comes in. So I would take a small portion of your total portfolio. You could start with 5% or so as you learn. And then as you get better, you can move that percentage up in the amount that you're trading. So, I don't touch my 80% of my portfolio. It just stays there. I don't touch it. Then with the other 20%, that's what I use to day trade and to get more Satoshis, more Bitcoins, right? Shane Shackleford, my guy. What's going on, man? Got Shane in the building. Went to high school with this guy. Met him in ninth grade. We used to skateboard. Yeah, HODL, it's up to you. If that's what you want to do, I mean, it's up to you. I would not try to get cute with it. I would just leave it long term. If you want to take a small portion of it and start trading it to get more Bitcoin, that's another thing. You could another way is also you could use like Blockfi for example and earn interest on it, so you could start stacking up more Bitcoin like that as well. There's a lot of different ways to get more Bitcoin. I wouldn't take my entire position out. I don't know. Portrait, no, I do not have a day job. I trade full time. Um, I do not take money out every month because um, I have multiple businesses. So trading is basically my full time job. Plus, I've over the years because I've been doing this for years now. Before when I first started, I did have to take out money, to survive off. But I used those profits and diversified into other businesses and other opportunities, and which now brings me in monthly income. So that's how I survive, day to day, month to month. Yeah, I believe 100% Bitcoin can hit 100K during this bull cycle. Now, don't ask me for a time frame because I don't have a time frame for you, but during this bull cycle, before we go back into like a bear market or whatever, I definitely think that we can hit 100K. How many times should we enter the same trade if we get rejected? What do you mean? Like, in what aspect are you asking? Are you day trading, short-term trades? Yeah, you could do that, HODL. You could definitely do that. I would say I would say the same thing though. Don't leave like 80% in it and take out like a small percentage out of it. You know what I mean? Take profit on a small percentage. So if you want to do even 25%, you want to take it out as profit, that's fine. Leave it in a stable coin or fiat or something. And if there's a dip where you can buy back in cheaper, then why not? Why do they save the identity of Satoshi? What? I don't know what happened, but the message was retracted, so I couldn't finish reading that. I will get to Chainlink. Don't worry. Patience. Thank you, Portrait. Appreciate that. UF, are you in the University of Florida, or what's that UF stand for? Day trading, yeah. So if the entry depends what the entry is, if the entry doesn't make sense, then no. If the entry does make sense, then yeah. Don't be discouraged by stop losses. Stop losses are there for a reason. They're there to protect you. In case the price takes a crazy dip like it did here, right? Like this right here. You don't want to be in this. You don't want to be caught in this. It sucks to be caught in a stop like this where you get stopped out and then it jumps up. But you don't want to get caught in this part either. So that's why stop losses are there. They're not there to discourage you from entering the trades. You know what I mean? We're up to 82 viewers, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. We've been streaming now for an hour. We have 44 likes. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. We post videos 5 times a week, Mondays through Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays, we do market analysis. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we do tutorials, news, and reviews. And then on Wednesdays, like today, we do live streams. So make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to hit that like button. I want to see 100 likes on this video. All right, let's see. Trying to answer questions. Do you guys want me to keep answering questions, or do you guys want me to go over these prices? All right, I'm gonna do this coin. I'm gonna do Polkadot real quick. All right, so Polkadot. I think last week. Let me see. What day was last week? So last time we did it was on the 3rd. So the 3rd, we were here. So we got, we're basically doing the same. So it looks very similar to the pattern that Bitcoin's doing, right? We have, let me remove these. Let me get all this out the way. All right, now let me get my marker back. So we basically have like a falling wedge here as well. And then we had a breakout. And then it's ever since the breakout, which it kind of topped right there before that drop. And that's when Bitcoin dropped. So Bitcoin dropped, this dropped as well. And then now it continued up, but it caught the support right here, right around that 34. to 32 range, right? And that's, if you guys look, that's that Fibonacci level. That's a 23.6% fib level, right? We've been consistently heading higher right now, as you guys can see. So we're just kind of, you know, slow, but we've been moving higher. So now we're at the same level that we were when we topped off here, that we got pushed back down. I expect to retest this top. You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't. We could get, you know, moved down, because right now we're at that $40 mark. This is a $40 mark if you guys look over there. And as you guys know, $40 is a big whole number. People like to sell at whole numbers. So that's just market psychology. So that's what's going on currently right here. People are taking profits at $40 because they probably bought in during this dip. So they probably bought in at like around that $30 mark. So if you bought in at $30, you know, you're probably taking profits at 40. That's a good return. So that's what it looks like people are doing right now. They're taking profits. You can expect possibly some consolidation here before a continuation to the upside and testing that previous high, which was right around that $42 range, right? What was the high over here? What was it? 42.45. So yeah, you can expect some consolidation here before heading to the upside. Now, if you're looking to enter a trade on Polkadot, the first thing that you're looking for is probably going to be a pullback back to basically this, right? This support area right there. So that would be the first one. The second one would be on a breakout above. So you could do a break above 40. As you can see, it'll be right. So I would do right above this high right here, which is probably the daily high, for a breakout entry. Or you could do a breakout entry above this high, which is 42.45. So above those two levels is where I'd be looking to play that. Once it goes above those levels, this is my target up here. I drew this here the other day. $50 is definitely the target that I'm looking at for Polkadot. Next, we're going to take a look at Chainlink. So drink some water. Oh man, where's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin's still sitting at that 57K, and Ethereum's at that 1850. So we're watching Bitcoin because we can, if this takes off, we could possibly test that previous all-time high at 58.5. And if we break 58.5, we're probably heading up to 60,000, the new all-time high. And if we break 60,000, we're probably heading up to like 70 to 75,000. So there's a lot riding on this next move for Bitcoin. We got to see what happens. Let me see. Do I think it will follow the 2017 top? It could, but right now we're still early in the cycle right now. There's no easy way to make 0.001 to 1 Bitcoin. But if you want to make Bitcoin, offer work. Offer work to people and tell them to pay you in Bitcoin. That's the easiest way. Learn a skill that people will pay you for. Post it up on Fiverr or something and get paid. What do you mean enter more positions? Jack Sparrow, what do you mean enter more positions on Bybit and change the leverage? I'm not sure what you're asking. Nazrin, the VIP group, basically it's a day-to-day thing. So I share on my VIP group my day-to-day trades. I'm sharing my trades on a day-to-day. I update people on what's going on in the market day-to-day. And I have more one-on-one with people, kind of like a mentorship role where people ask me questions all the time in the chat and I answer. That's basically what my VIP is. Why do they say if the identity of Satoshi is revealed, BTC will crash? They've been saying that for the last 10 years. That's Bitcoin bears just doing what they do. Bitcoin dominance is at 62. So it hasn't really moved from last time we looked at Bitcoin dominance. It's been at 62 for like the last week or two. Perseverance, what's up? Oh, okay. From Sweden, young entrepreneur. That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Bitcoin is definitely the main coin I trust. I won't say the only, but it's the main coin I trust. You can't see the like button on mobile. You got to make the video smaller. You got to go out of, the full screen, and then you'll be able to see the like button. Twamper, I'm currently looking over the most requested coins from when I posted the question on Instagram. So I'm doing those first, and then I'll take a few requests in the chat. Bill, no, not really any news that I've seen or heard of from XRP on the XRP case. So it's still the same thing as last time we spoke about it. Hasm, there's people that have a lot less than 10K, man. So that's a good amount. If you don't know how to trade, I wouldn't say to trade with it, to increase it. I would say to leave the majority of it in there and learn, start learning and educating yourself on trading to possibly be able to do that in the future. Thank you, Shazam. Appreciate it. HODL, there's no way to know that. There's no way to know that there's going to be a huge correction at 60K. So that's the thing. It could. That's a possibility that there could be a correction. And then it's also a possibility that it just continues up. So there's no way to know that a correction is coming at 60K, especially that we just saw a correction. So we just literally had a correction the last week or two. So there will always be a correction, but there's no way to know when. That's the thing. So the correction, you might sell, you might take profit at 60K, and then Bitcoin goes to 75K, and then a correction comes, but the correction might be from 75K to 65K. So you might not see 60K again. So what are you going to do at that point? Then you're going to buy in for a higher price at that point. Because, yeah, there was a correction, but we went a lot higher before that correction came. That's what happened to a lot of people at 10K. Everybody was waiting for it to come back, a correction to 10K after the last time it took off, and it never happened. Then we went to 20K and we broke out of 20K. And what happened when we broke 20,000, the all-time high? We went straight to 30,000. everybody was waiting on a correction down to 16, 17, 18,000. They were waiting on a correction for 20,000. So everybody sold at 20. And all those people that sold at 20 had to buy at 25,000 to 30,000 because the price never went back down. There was no correction back down to 20,000. So that's what I'm saying. You don't know. There's no way to know when the correction is going to happen. There's no way to know how far back the correction is going to be. So for long term, you hold, you know what I mean? For day trades, definitely use a percentage of your funds to day trade. But even like the funds that I day trade with are still in Bitcoin. So those funds are never in fiat. Those funds are always in Bitcoin. I'm always exposed to Bitcoin because we are in a bull market. That's why if we were in a bear market, then I would keep those funds that I'm trading with in stable coins. But because I'm in a bull market and there's no way to know when a correction is coming unless you're psychic, you have to, I want to stay exposed to Bitcoin. Ethereum, yeah, definitely 2K very soon. Yeah, I have Twitter. My Twitter is I'm gonna just type it, but it's kind of confusing because they took my Twitter name. Can you believe somebody took my Twitter name? That's my Twitter name. I just posted it in the chat if you want to follow. In a bear market, I'm only dollar cost averaging at the very, very lows. So for example, when I went up to 20K, once the sentiment started dropping and we had a huge drop and then we had a bounce back, that bounce back, I think it bounced back up to like 15 to 17K 2 or 3 times. That was your opportunity to get out. So I got out with the majority of my positions at that point. And then bought back under 10K. So once it went under 10,000, that's when I started dollar cost averaging my way back in, all the way down to 4,000 basically. So in a bear market, you don't want to be very exposed to Bitcoin. You want to be mostly in stable coins. You want to diversify into other markets. You want to diversify into other investments, and you want to have that the fiat ready to buy when it's time to buy. So that's another thing. You got to be ready. But I'm trading, and during that time, I'm trading in stable coins at that point. So I have my trading funds are not exposed to the volatility of Bitcoin at that point. Jonathan, you can if you like, but if you get to 1990, it should get to 2000, right? And if you get to 2000, it should get to the next what are you talking about? You should get to a new all-time high. So I would at least start taking profits, maybe not 100%, but take some profits and then trail with a stop loss. Do I have zero stream delay? I have no idea. I feel like I do have some sort of stream delay because I see a lot of stuff like a little bit later. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm not sure. All right, I am going to go over Chainlink I'm trying to both answer questions and do some analysis on the coins. So you can see here in Chainlink, we're right back at this $30 level. So we've been stuck here for a little bit. Let me see. Last time we did it was on the 3rd. So right there. So we're literally right back to where we were last week. So last week we were there. This week we're at the same spot. So this $30 area is a big resistance here. We got rejected there. We've got rejected again. We got rejected here. That's 3 times. It's used it as support there, support here. We got rejected there before we finally broke out. So this is definitely a very important level here for Chainlink. It's a lot of price action. A lot of people are taking profits here at $30. So the entries here is pretty simple. It's above this previous high. That'll be a breakout trade. There should be some sort of momentum behind that. So I'd be looking for a breakout entry above that. Or if I'm not doing that, I'm looking for a support entry down here. That's around that $27 to $25 range, right? And below that is this one right here, which is around that $24 range. So those are pretty much the levels I'm looking at. I'm looking to buy back in these Fibonacci levels. So those are the pullback levels I'm watching. But if it doesn't pull back, you want to buy. You want to enter a breakout. Once this breaks out, we should head back to this previous high right here. So we will definitely get back there. I'm not worried about that. But it just has to break out of here. So once that breaks out, we should hit this. If we break this, we should go, straight for that $40 mark, I would assume. Lucas, how to trade during bull market. So during bull market, you wanna have the majority of your positions long term. So you don't want to touch your long term positions. You just want to take a small piece of that long term position and use it to day trade. So you take a small percentage of your entire portfolio, you use it to day trade, and make more Bitcoin, basically. The goal is, yeah, that's the goal, man. Day trade to accumulate more Bitcoin. That's the whole point of day trading, is to accumulate more Bitcoin. That's it. And then during a bear market, then you're day trading to accumulate more fiat, more USD, or whatever your currency is. What percentage would you leave in BTC? What do you mean? As far as what? Like overall portfolio? Or what? Jack Junge. Guess what, my brother? I made a perfect video for you to watch. This one right here. I did this video 5 days ago. Look at the title. Should I buy Bitcoin now? I made that just for you, my brother. So I recommend you watching this video. It's only 15 minutes long. I answer your exact question and I tell you pretty much how to do it. Can we break 58K? That's what we're waiting on. Am I back yet? My bad, guys. I got disconnected again. I don't know what is going on with my internet, but I continue to get disconnected. Very annoying. Lauren, are you asking about how much you would leave in a bear market? Is that what you're asking? What's up, Double Phase? Good to see you here again. Shazam, I have no idea, man. My guess is as good as yours. I don't make predictions for end of year. Yes, sir. Smash that like button, guys. We got 53 in here. We got 62 likes. I want 38 more likes, guys. I want to hit 100 likes. So if you have not hit the like button yet, make sure to do so. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure to do so, because we're at, how many subscribers are we at? Let me see. We're almost at 6,000. I want to hit that 6K. We're 9 subscribers away from 5,800 subscribers. So let's work our way up there, guys. 9 away. So I know there's 9 of you in here that are not subscribed, and you're being sneaky. Just taking in all this knowledge without subscribing. You little sneaky bastards. Hit that subscription. Let me see here. Keep getting network errors here. So weird. All right, so let's jump back into this coins. So we just finished Chainlink. We've done Bitcoin, we've done Ethereum, we've done Cardano, we've done Polkadot, we've done Chainlink. Let's take a look at Litecoin here. Lauren, in a bear market, you want to be like only have 20% in of your portfolio. So you have to dollar cost average that 20%. Maybe even less. You want to basically be completely out, and then as the price drops, build up a 20% of your portfolio, build up a position. And then once you start seeing the price bouncing and sentiment changing and going back into a bull market, that's when you want to get more of your portfolio in it. Lucas, you have to pay attention to market sentiment. So all around market sentiment, what everybody's saying, things like that. Right now, we are in the very early stages of the bull market. Realistically, the bull market started around July, August. So it hasn't even been a year. And on average, bull markets last anywhere between 2 to 3 years, usually in crypto. So if you really think about it, we're not even a year into this bull market. So it's too early to even really be looking for that. How do I enter my trades? I like to do breakout entries. I do momentum trading. I use price action, so it's not based on indicators. I'm a price action trader. Sal, you can check out my live trading videos. So you will have to go dig a little bit into the, or what you can do, you could go to playlist here, and look for, let me see, is it live stream? Live trading, here we go. So you could go to playlist, go to live trading, and I have a few videos here. I have to do some more, but I have a video here, you know, how to make $100 in a day. So I was trading live and I made $100. Then I was trading live, I made $200. And I have another one where I traded live and made $1,000. So I have, check out these videos here, and I go more in depth into everything, and into like my mind state and like what my thoughts are when I'm trading and stuff like that. Those are a bit older, those videos, so the quality is a little bit, you know, it's not as good as it is now, but still a lot of good information in there. Recommended portfolio, Bitcoin is gonna be the biggest one by far for me. I'm in Bitcoin probably, I don't even know as far as a percentage right now, probably like 60, 70%, 50 to 70%. Then Ethereum is my second biggest holding, and I've been trying to move some of my Bitcoin into Ethereum. I've done that slowly. So Ethereum is maybe like 20%. And altcoins is a very small percentage. I would say probably less than 5%. I've been building it up a little bit more. So I've added like to Cardano. I have Polkadot. I have Chainlink, Litecoin, Uniswap. Not sure what else. I have some Neo, but that Neo I've been holding that forever. But yeah, I've been slowly adding more to it, as I get more and more Bitcoin, right? So I try to diversify more into altcoins. But it's, again, I would, if I said that I have 10% of my portfolio in altcoins, that's a stretch. The thing is with altcoins, a lot of them are lottery picks, just kind of throwing darts, trying to figure out which one's gonna blow. So I just try to pick, you know, the leaders in their spaces. So look for a project that's doing something different and that's a leader in its space, and that has a good team around it, and that's a project worth investing in. But I don't like to spend my time doing that much research into projects. That's why I only invest in top coins that are like in the top 10, top 20, maybe top 25. Beyond that, like, I don't even look at them. My time is spent more efficiently trading than trying to research projects that might or might not blow up, you know? Thank you, Lucas. Appreciate it. We got 67 likes, guys. Let's keep hitting that like button. Let's get up to 100. I know for sure there's 33 of you in here that have not liked the video. Yes, I'm talking to you. Make sure to like the video. Let's get to 100. No problem, Jonathan. GBTC is it's okay. It's a way for, you know, institutional investors that don't want to be, you know, that don't want to own Bitcoin outright because, you know, either they have a lot of money that they don't want to risk because they don't know how the space works or things like that. You know, they don't want to have to worry about. They want to make sure their money is secure. Things like that. Those people are probably the ones really buying GBTC and using that to get exposure to the market. But GBTC also charges you a premium for managing those assets for you. So you're not really making back what Bitcoin is returning. Just holding Bitcoin itself, you're gonna make more, and you don't have to pay fees. You know. There is a new coin. I forgot the name of the coin. There's a new coin that came out from Canada or something like that. Anybody know the name of that coin? I keep seeing the commercials about it on CNBC or Bloomberg, whichever channel it is. Well, Chronic, I'm gonna ask for a like now for a third time. So, how about you like the video? Damn, bro, you can never make everyone happy. I swear. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. Someone's gonna come into the chat and try to criticize you on something. Always, always. That it never fails, man. It never fails. This dude just wants to come in here and get a bunch of info without subscribing, without liking the channel, without liking the video. Can't win. I would say for Fibonacci levels to use bigger time frames, maybe like daily, maybe like a daily time frame. You could also use weekly to set those up, and you could set multiple Fibonacci levels as well. So you could set up a Fibonacci level, you know, in a monthly, so it's a bigger time frame. Then you could set levels on a daily or 4-hour chart. So you could definitely set them up in different time frames, and you could have multiple levels. And then you'll notice that a lot of them coincide and kind of fall in place together too. So that's kind of cool. I actually think on this chart that we're looking at here, there's a Litecoin chart. I'm currently looking at Litecoin here on the 4-hour. So this green is Fibonacci levels, right? So if you go over here, you see this is a Fibonacci level. But you see this yellow? These are also Fibonacci levels, but in a bigger time frame. So if I go to like 1 month, you see I have 2 different Fibonacci levels placed. One is on the monthly, which I use the Fibonacci level for the all-time high. The other one I placed it on the 4-hour chart. So you could do that as well. And it just gives you different ideas, different levels, you know. And then you'll see in places like this, like right here, you see how we got that bounce there? So these are 2 different Fibonacci levels, one on the monthly time frame and one on the 4-hour time frame. And you see how they're at the same spot. So that's how you can do that. So that was like a very good spot to buy. All right, guys. So in Litecoin, more of the same. We have the same exact pattern as Bitcoin and Ethereum here. We have the falling wedge. We had the bullish divergence. And we're just grinding up. So then that next stop, we're currently at that 200 level, right? That next stop is I would say around 220. This is where the longer term Fibonacci level is. You can see it was support here, it was resistance here, resistance here. So we've had a lot of price action at 220. So that's the next target I'm looking at. The overall target is this 250 area, which I pointed out here, and it was the high that we saw here. And that overall target I'm really looking at though is its previous all-time high, which was around 420. So that's definitely something that could happen that we can see in Litecoin. Right now, if you're looking for an entry, you want to look to enter as close to $200 as possible. And on any type of pullback, then you're looking for 170 to 180 basically for a pullback entry. So I've been adding to my positions. Every time I've seen this right here, I've added to my positions. Haven't looked at Uniswap in a bit. All right, let's see where we at here. Lucas, ADA, yeah, you can watch this video back once I end the stream. You can watch it back and see that. It's in the beginning of the stream, but it's consolidating right now. So we're currently consolidating for ADA. Let's take a look here at Uniswap. So do I have a, let me go to the daily. So this is, so I haven't looked at Uniswap in a bit. Let me update it. But this was, look at the levels that we were looking at before. So this was a bull flag, breakout, bull flag, breakout, bull flag. And then it here it consolidated for a bit before finally it broke out. We returned back to that bottom. So that was that same previous high. And then we bounced and to new all-time highs here. So let's move this Fibonacci level up to that new all-time high. If it lets me, I gotta unlock it. So we're gonna move it up to the new high, which is right around here. Let me see, what is it? Is it 35? 34.92, 34, yeah, so it's more or less there. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you can see now that we have the Fibonacci levels, we can see exactly where this bounce was, right? It happened right there at this level. Then we had consolidation right there, which is this level, and now we're at the top of it. So for a pullback entry here on Uniswap, I would be looking at something around here, 23.6% level, which is right around that $28 area, right? But before that, there's $30. So $30 is going, because it's a whole number, is also going to act as a support level. So I would say anywhere between $30 to $28 would be a good pullback entry right now. And if it doesn't come back, then what you want to do, the way you want to play it, because prices don't always come back, so the way you want to play it at that point is to look for a breakout above the previous high. Now, what you do have to keep in mind is that, look, we're oversold. Remember how we spoke about being oversold? Look, every time that it's oversold, there is a pullback, right? But it was oversold. Look for how long it was oversold here. And there is not really any pullbacks. There was consolidation, but there wasn't a pullback. So it doesn't always mean a pullback. It's likely for there to be a pullback, or it could just consolidate the way it did here, where it just kind of bounces around for a while, for a few days or so, before it continues up. So it's a few different ideas for you guys to keep in mind. Malena, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the video. Wow, somebody is 2 hours late. All right, we got Jack Harlow in the chat. All right. All right. So now I'm gonna take some requests from the chat. So I've gone over, I think, everything that was on Instagram that you guys requested. What do you guys want to see in the chat? I'm gonna do a few coins because it's about to be 3. I need to be out of here by 3 o'clock. That will also be 2 hours that I've been streaming, so it's perfect timing. So I'm gonna take a few requests here. I'm gonna answer a few questions, and then we're gonna be out of here by 3. Whoops, I don't know what I just I just wrote FTM. All right, is this what you're asking, right, Phantom? All right, so first we're gonna look at Phantom. Let me grab the fib. My favorite thing to use, guys, is a Fibonacci retracement. You guys will learn that. So the all-time high is way up here, but that was a really big rejection. So things like that, if you want, you can move the Fibonacci down. You see how here it kind of make the levels make a little bit more sense. So I'm gonna do it up to here. And again, this is all preference based, guys. Technical analysis is all based on perspective. Everyone could have a different perspective. There's no right or wrong way to do it, really. So yeah, this is just how I decided to do it for this one. So, you know, tomorrow I might decide to put it up there, you know. But I try to put it in a spot where there was rejection more than once, and where it makes sense with the support and resistance levels. I have a video on Fibonacci, by the way, if you guys want to watch that as well. It's in my trading tutorials playlist. All right, so it looks just from looking at this, it's definitely a sort of bull flag, right? Try to make a straight line there. So we had the big impulse move up, and then consolidation, right? So we were way, look how high and oversold this was. We were way oversold. So of course, this was in 90. So of course it had to come back, and now we're back neutral. So now that we're back neutral, we have some we have room to go up. So I would imagine 50 cent is gonna be that main level there that you should be watching. So above 50 cent would be a breakout entry, but look how there's been 2 fake outs already, right? I'm looking at it in the daily. Hold on, let me go down to the 4 hour. So it's been several fake outs, so you have to watch out for the fake outs. And you could see there's kind of a mini bull flag here. So the breakout would be, I'm still looking at that above 50 cent, maybe 51 cents, or you could even use above this previous high right here for a breakout entry. If you're looking for a pullback entry, it looks like 45 cents is that level. Look at all the support there. We had support there. So 45 cent would be that support level for this. No problem, JS. Appreciate the kind words, man. The goal is to grow the channel through education and build it up just like, you know, BitBoy and all those other people. Price prediction for the entire bull run. I mean, it's hard to make a price prediction, but I think due to the update coming up, we can at least see it double from where it currently is. Awesome, Robert. Hey, it was great having you in here. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so the next coin that we're looking at is, let's look at Avax, requested by Lauren. So let's pull up Avax. Let's go up to the daily to try to figure out what's going on here, right? So I'm gonna pull up my favorite tool. Let's do it from this, the biggest green candle I see there. And we could do either, again, the same thing, either up to 60, the top of the run. Let's see how everything fits, or we can go to this one where it had 2 different days at this more or less the same level. I don't like this one. Let's try the closing here. The closing would have been around 55. Yeah, so I like 60 more because it's right. Another thing that I like to do, I usually like to put it at whole numbers. It gives it a cleaner look usually. So this, I'm gonna put this probably right here on that $10 area. Looks like there was a lot of things going on there. So I'll put it right there at that $10 area. And now we have the now we have some idea of levels, right? Now you could definitely see, I don't know if this would be considered a this would be considered more of a flag. It's just kind of a channel down. You know, it's been trending down in this channel for a while, but it does look like it broke out of there right here. This looked like it was its breakout move, and it got rejected at 35. It's currently sitting at 30. So 30 is not a bad entry there if you're looking for a pullback entry. It's right in line with this Fibonacci level that's acted as support here in these levels here. And then the top of this, you know, 35 is going to be your first target. And the next target is probably going to be right around this level right here, which is a Fibonacci level. And it's also that $40 mark. So that would be the next target. So I'd be looking to enter at that pullback, which is around 30, where it's currently at, or above that $35 range for a breakout entry. I don't know much about this project at all, but you can see that I was very oversold, and this pullback put it back in neutral territory. So now it's reset it, and it has room to go back up at this point. But again, I don't know much about the project, so that's all I can see and say from a technical aspect. It's probably if you pull up the moving averages, It's sitting right at that 50-day moving average right now. And it's back at the bottom of the Bollinger Band as well. So see, like the indicators are tools that I like to look at the prices naked first. And then I bring in tools to basically reaffirm what the price action is telling me. All right, guys, we got time for one more. White Phoenix, welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate the like and sub. The reason altcoins lag is because of the domination. Bitcoin dominance, right? So every time Bitcoin has a big move up, dominance goes into Bitcoin, takes more dominance over their entire market, right? So they take more share because when Bitcoin's price is going up, money flows usually out of altcoins and into Bitcoin. People want to have exposure to Bitcoin at that point. If Bitcoin goes down, people exit altcoins and Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin kind of consolidates in a, just kind of, if it's in a consolidation state, then prices go out of Bitcoin and into altcoins. So it's all about dominance. I think I've spoken on dominance before. I might do a video on Bitcoin dominance though, to try to explain it a little bit more. All right, so last one, guys. Last one is I'm gonna do the next one that was requested here. I'm just kind of going down the list. So after Avax was VeChain. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. VeChain. All right, so you see here exactly what happened. We had so last week you spoke about this bull flag, and guess what happened? It broke out of the bull flag. It's exactly what we spoke about last week. So if we move this up now to its new high, it gives us an idea of possible entries on a pullback. So we touched that oversold area and started pulling back. That's, so we might see some consolidation very similar to what happened here. So we can definitely see that. You see there, we were oversold, but we were much higher at that point. We were oversold. We consolidated down, creating this bull flag. And now we're kind of doing the same thing. So I'm sure if I zoom into the 4 hour, let's see what it looks like here. You see this channel where we're consolidating. Boom, we had the breakout. And now it's basically on the 4 hour, we have a bull flag there. So we can see possibly either more consolidation here, or we might see another test of this high right here, right? So that's more or less what we're watching here. If I'm looking for entries, I'm probably looking for an entry back at that 6 cent level, or back at the 5 cent level where this pullback came down to, where that support was. You could also look for entries at the bottom of this range here. And I would try to look for something as close to 6 cents as possible, which would be the bottom of this channel currently, this consolidation channel. Or you could look for a breakout entry above that high right there. So that's basically what I'd be watching in VeChain. All right, guys, that is it. Those are the altcoins that we're watching, that I'm going over. So I did the altcoins that you guys requested on Instagram, did altcoins that you guys requested in the chat, and I also did Bitcoin and Ethereum on top of all of that. So it's been a long stream, guys. We've hit 2 hours. We've been live for 2 hours. It is 3 o'clock now. It's been a great stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, we do this every single week. Every Wednesday, we're doing the live streams at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mondays and Fridays, we do market analysis and price analysis on Bitcoin, overall market, and Ethereum as well. On Tuesdays and Thursdays is when we usually do like reviews. We do tutorials. We do any market news, all that fun stuff. And then on Wednesdays, we do live streams. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, guys. We will be back with you guys next week. We'll have another video for you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, actually, I don't know if you guys are interested in NFTs. Tomorrow, we have a video that we're doing on NFTs. We're actually have somebody coming on with us that they use NFTs, that they're actively working in NFTs. You know, I'm gonna be asking them about NFTs, and they'll be giving us really good answers. Because other than that, I would just have to kind of do my own research and figure out, you know, bring you guys the information. But it's better to have an expert that's already working and has a business in the NFT space, you know, to have that. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, guys. You don't want to miss tomorrow's video. It's going to be awesome. And that's basically it, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. As always, make sure to like the video. We're at 81. Let's get it to 100 if possible. We're at 81 likes. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 3,800. Did we hit it? Let's see. Did we hit that 38? We did. We hit 58. I'm sorry, not 38. 5,800. Good stuff, guys. So we hit 5,800. We have over 1,300 playbacks on this video during this live stream. So awesome stream, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace and love. Alrighty, guys.